An estimated 20,000 Indigenous children were taken from their families and placed with non-Indigenous parents from the 1960s to the 1980s. They lost their family connections, their culture, and in some cases suffered physical and sexual abuse. Now there's a deal being proposed to compensate them. $750 million of that would go to survivors and their families. $50 million would go to a Sixties Scoop healing fund, and $75 million would go to lawyers who represented the survivors. They'll be in Saskatoon tomorrow to tell their stories and give their opinions on the proposed settlement. The crowd is expected to be so large, things have moved from the courthouse to a pair of large ballrooms at the Saskatoon hotel.
This is a huge case, $875 million, and it's receiving the appropriate attention that the federal court ought to give to it.
Supporters of the deal hope it will bring much needed closure to survivors and their families. But critics note that this deal only applies to First Nations people. The Métis claimants were excluded. They also criticized the maximum amount of compensation per person, which is $50,000, saying it's not nearly enough. The hearings are expected to run all day Thursday and Friday. Jason Warwick, CBC News, Saskatoon.